Hello, Vanakkam, Vandanam, welcome, Suswagatam, Namaskar. Hi guys, welcome to Unwooden Lions featuring Suresh Raina. I'm Bhavna and I'm so excited to be taking over the Chennai IPL handle today. It's actually been long overdue, something that I've just checked off my to-do list and my bucket list, of course. So thank you guys so much for the opportunity. And today we're going to be talking to one of the legends of the game, somebody who we've grown to love so very much. Somebody who's had a permanent place in our hearts because of his exploits, and he's launched his autobiography. It's called Believe. So I'm very excited to be speaking to him about this. I know a lot of people are saying hi, speak to me in Tamil, but தமிழ்ல வந்து பேசுறதுக்கு என்னால முடியும் ஆனா எனக்கு தெரிஞ்ச தமிழ் அவருக்கு தெரியாது அவருக்கு தெரிஞ்ச ஹிந்தி எனக்கு தெரியாது थोड़ी हिंदी में बात कर सकती हूँ तो I think we will stick to the one language that we both are mildly fluent in, English. Before we begin, of course, I want to tell all of you that if you haven't gotten vaccinated, please do get vaccinated immediately. Encourage everybody around you to also do the same. If you believe that the virus and the pandemic is sort of slowing down and it is flattening, it's plateauing, that is not true. They are talking about a third wave and we need to protect ourselves. We need to protect the people around us. So please do get vaccinated as soon as possible. I've gotten both my shots and I hope you have as well. Also, for those of you cricket lovers who are feeling a little disappointed because of yesterday's WTC results, here's something to cheer you up. This is going to be an exciting conversation. It's going to be super fun because we're going to have Chinnathala, Mr. IPL, on board very soon. I have a lot of insightful questions that I want to ask him because I went through this book in 24 hours. It's an easy read. It's a page turner and it's got all the elements that you want in an autobiography. It's gripping. It's got a lot of intrigue. It's got some pleasant surprises and an insight into his personal and professional career as well. So lots of things to talk about. Thank you for all your wishes. IPL is due to begin on the 19th of September, so I hope to see you on Star Sports Tamil then. But in the meantime, I'm really happy to be doing this interview and this session with Mr. IPL himself. Imagine, the first Indian to score a ton across all formats. There isn't a challenge that he hasn't taken forward. There isn't a boundary that he hasn't daringly crossed. And how many times has he won these amazing matches for the Chennai Super Kings? 5,000 plus runs, and the milestones are aplenty for the man himself. Let me quickly check to see if he's here. Okay, he's not yet here, so we're just going to wait a little while to see it. Okay. I'm just so excited to be chatting with him. I was told that he got back to Delhi only last night, but we're not going to let him rest at all. Hello. Let's welcome
How are you?
only Raina. Hi Raina, how are you doing? Good to be chatting with you after a long time.
Yes. How are you? How's everyone at home?
All well. I hope everybody is safe and sound there as well. How are you enjoying your time with Rio and Russia? They must be different stages of childhood, no?
It's been amazing. I just came back from Kashmir, so we had a lovely family time, and we enjoyed our family vacation there. So Priyanka had a birthday on 18 June. So
Yeah.
you get to know what's a birthday celebration is all about. So it was really relaxing. And as you said, we all need to be vaccinated soon, and we all need to be very careful. I hope everyone must have done it. So hopefully, we're gonna play a really good season this time again.
Absolutely. And you kickstarted it in such fine fashion for us. But let's talk about all that a little later. Let's leave some suspense for all the CSK fans. Let's first congratulate you on a fabulous book. Let me tell you that I got past this in 24 hours and I'm a slow reader because this was very intriguing, very interesting. So I have a lot of questions lined up for you. First off, let me ask you, Raina, what was the thought behind the book? Why did you want to share this part of your personal and some aspects of your professional life with your fans and audiences?
I think the book is all about. I wanted to thank all my teammates, coaches, especially all my doctors. They really look after me when I was injured. I think everyone should know the believe word comes when you really want to achieve something in your life, whether you're playing sports, whether you're studying, whether you want to achieve some startup business. It's very important to believe in your journey, and you can execute everything, whatever comes in your way. I think that the book is all about the belief. Hopefully, after retirement, I can believe myself. I can really good husband and really good father, and I can really enjoy around my kids.
Fantastic. Such a heartfelt answer from you there. Believe has been your success mantra of sorts, right? Believe in yourself is something that you have followed all through your life. And these three words came from a legendary cricketer himself, who you dedicated the first chapter in your book to, Sachin Paji.
Sachin, I think Sachin Paji was my hero. When I was growing up, I used to watch him bat, and my whole family was the greatest fan of him. And once I went to Mumbai and asked him, Paji, can I come to Mumbai and have a practice with him? And he really gave me 2 weeks of his time and really nurtured my talent. He really gave me a lot of good pep talks. And first game when I played in England, I scored 100. And then he texts me, "Wish you played really well." I think it's they all are legend of the game, and I really loved how they were disciplined, how they were dedicated towards their goals. So it was nice of him to give 2 weeks for me, and I really enjoyed practice with him.
Right, and he was the one who said, believe in yourself. He used to keep telling you that over and over again. And that word sort of stuck with you, so much so that you have a tattoo of it on your right arm. Am I right?
Yeah, now one of my friend, she was having a tattoo in Mumbai, and her name is Tumpa. And that day I was practicing with Sachin, and he said, "Believe yourself, believe you can do this, believe. I think you have a lot of cricket, and you can do this." And suddenly the believe word stuck in my head, and I thought, let's have a tattoo and just make sure I can pursue my dream and do well for my country.
It's just fantastic to hear you talk about Sachin Paji. In fact, a lot of us didn't know that he took some time off, like you mentioned, in 2014 to help you through some of your techniques, which then made you shine in England. But a lot of people also will like their memory jogged about the fact that you scored your first ton in tests when Sachin Paji was also at the crease.
Yes, absolutely. At 2010, we had a partnership at against Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka. And he was there at the non-striker end. I scored 100 on my debut test match, and that was my father's dream to bat around him. And he really helped me. He really made me feel I can really score runs in test cricket. I think he's a nice guy, and he always there for the youngster, and whole world loves him. So I think it was an honor to play with him.
You know, he was at the non-striker's end when you achieved this milestone, but when he scored his 100th, you were at the non-striker's end.
Yes, I was there.
Tell me how he reacted. Tell me what a special moment it was for you to have the best seat in the house.
No, MS told me you need to pad up, and Paji is just closing his 100. You need to go out there and support him. And once he crossed 90, I was praying to God, please God, make him do 100. And he was working so hard for last couple of months. And the moment he played one flick shot towards mid wicket, I was so happy. Just completed the first run. I just went to him and congratulated him, and he was so relieved, so relaxed, and he, thanks to God, and he remembered his father, and I think I was lucky to around him. So it was very good day for us.
Yeah, I think more than him, you must have also been really tense and like, thank God that feat is over.
I thought when he gonna hit from the bat, I need to just run, I need to dive, I need to complete the last run of his. So probably I was very. The moment he completed, he was very relaxed. He was relieved. And we had like 2 minutes break. Then he had his and he was telling me, Suresh, now I'm feeling so good. My hair is now grown up. I'm gonna enjoy this 100 for long period of time.
Fantastic. A really memorable moment for us fans as well. But he also had his fun elements, right? I remember reading about this passage where you said that he introduced you to Japanese cuisine.
Yes.
And that you'll never forget in your life, right?
No, when we finished the test match, he took me to Japanese restaurant, and coming from UP, I never eaten Japanese food, so I went there, and Yuvipa was there, then Harbhajan Singh was there, Paji, myself, Zahir Bhai was there. He told me to have this wasabi, Suresh, you're gonna really love it. I just took a piece of wasabi and just
Wasabi.
And it was like I was just.
You took this much of wasabi?
Then later on, they waited for me 1.5 hours. Then I was able to eat food. Otherwise, I was struggling like big time. Later on, they were telling me, can't eat that. I said, Paji, you told me I can eat anything.
That would have definitely taught you a lesson. But, you know, you shared such amazing moments with him. He's motivated you. He's inspired you. You've been at the non-strikers end. You've shared lovely partnerships. But I think when you were about 18 or 19 in the Indian team dressing room, when asked who your favorite cricketer was, you didn't mention his name.
No, Rahul Bhai was always favorite because UEPA asked me, then you need to give a speech, you need to, they were asking me about where you from, what you do, what your family
Yeah.
does. And then UEPA asked, who's your favorite, Sachin or Rahul?
Yeah.
I was just, I said, no, Rahul Bhai is my idol. Then Sachin told me, Suresh, I'm not your favorite. I said, Paji, you are my favorite. But Rahul Bhai always, I always idolize him. And I don't know, I was just silent for a bit and they were all laughing. We had a meeting that day.
No, but that must have been a tense situation for like an 18-year-old to handle, you know. Sachin Tendulkar asking you, why am I not your favorite?
No, they were like a family, Bhavna. They were enjoying this. We had a very good team atmosphere. We were enjoying. They were looking after the junior really well. And first over to Sri Lanka that we played few one days. Rahul Bhai really done as a captain. He done really well. And I was with MS Irfan, senior player was there. So really enjoyed as a team. I think those sort of a team activity always need to be there, and that's what the legendary team really made India so proud. So many occasions.
You know, it was just wonderful reading those in words as well, Raina. In fact, there's a chapter dedicated to Rahul Dravid as well. You debuted under his captaincy, and you really grew as a person, not just as a cricketer under him, right? Tell us a little bit about the influence he's had on you.
Loved his honesty, Bhavna. I think he was very dedicated towards his goals. He was very patriot. He was each and every session he was batting on. Each and every tour he was telling youngster how you need to take every session seriously. And I think he was an ambassador of India. I think the way he was conducting each and every team meeting, the way he was motivating each and everyone in the dressing room, I think he led the team really well. And I was very fortunate to play under him and learn a lot of things about off the field things. Cricketer can go and come, and sometimes you really need to come out as a better human being. That's what I've learned from Rahul Bhai and Dhoni Bhai. I think it's very important to be a good person. You can play as long as you want. You can enjoy as long as you want. But the moment you're gonna think, okay, I'm done, but rest of the time you need to start your new life. That's what I've learned from them.
Fantastic, fantastic. There was a moment you mentioned where you were just a youngster having fun shopping around in a mall where you picked up a T-shirt which had, you know, which was a little controversial, but that's what the brand is spelled as. And you got a complete dressing down from your captain, Rahul Dravid.
I didn't know actually, to be honest. I thought this looks nice T-shirt, and Rahul was saying, "What you wearing, Suresh? You need to remove right now. You know, you represent your country." I said, "Rahul bhai, what happened?" He said, "No, you." I said, "Okay." I went to the change room and just changed it. I think it shows how he respected the country, especially when we are going to represent our country outside subcontinental or whether we are traveling outside India. I think it shows how disciplined he is and how a lot of responsibility he carries on his shoulder. I think we really enjoy his company always.
You know, right now when people say Rahul Dravid, the first thing that comes to mind, fortunately or unfortunately, is Indranagar ka gunda home because it's all over the place. Did you see? Did you
I,
see any aspects of that gunda behavior from him?
I was imagining when he was our captain, he should have done that. We were like
Huh.
hiding under the desk or something. I think he was so pumped up and he was just showing his anger. He wants to tell the world who I am. I'm the Gunda of the Indranagar, something like that. I think it was really nice to see him like that, enjoying in the ad, and we all really love it.
Fantastic. He was also with you when you went through your lows. In fact, in 2007, when you had an injury and then you had to undergo a surgery, you'd also written in the book that he was one of the few people who kept in touch with you, who constantly checked up on you. How much did that mean to you as a captain to have your captain care for you that much?
Definitely, I think those days I was not carrying any money, not much knowledge about the physiotherapist. But I think special thanks to Rahul Bhai and BC they really look after me that time. And my doctor, Saif Naqvi, he was there. And Tommy Simsek, he was there. Other doctor, they really look after me. But having a lot of messages around from Rahul Bhai, he really made me believe I can come back to the team because he was telling me to take your time, Suresh. Don't rush on the field. I know you really
Yeah.
want to come back and play cricket, but take your injury very seriously because age of 18, I broke my ACL. I was out of the game almost 1.5 years. A lot of pressure was coming from family, and I was thinking I just need to go out there and make sure I just stand on my feet and rest. I believe myself. I can really work hard towards my strength. But glad that Ratnakar Shetty sir from BCCI, he really made me feel like you can come in and do your test. Everything has done. But I think Rahul Dravid was main person around my comeback to the Indian team.
You have a lot of youngsters listening into this conversation. During such dark moments in your life, what are the things that you need to hold on to believe, to ensure that you will finally see the light at the end of the tunnel?
I think I was very fortunate, Bhavna. I have brothers, I have a family who really there when I needed them because I'm very shy sort of a person. I was never open to anything. But that time I needed someone who can really listen to me, not say anything. But I was very, very full of emotion, full of answer, full of question. I need to ask someone. But my dad, my especially my brothers, my sister, they really listened to me and they always told me you just need to give self your time, you can come back. But thanks to all my teammates and doctor, they made me believe I can play again. That was the toughest time, but that was the beautiful time around my family and friends. They really made me feel I'm very important in their life. So I think God has been really kind those days, and I'm really really thankful to all of them.
From the darkest of times to the brightest of careers is what we've seen from Suresh Raina. Because from 2007 and having missed out on the World Cup to 2011, we have to talk about the journey and the World Cup. First of all, winning that World Cup after 28 years on Indian soil, bringing the cup back home. What does that feel to be a part of that team, Raina?
I think it was dream come true playing a World Cup in your homeland and you're becoming a champion. I think you can't ask for more. I think we really played as a unit. And MS Dhoni, you know how he is a collector of the ICC trophies and all the IPL and Champions League trophy he has won. But I think that game, that whole tournament, he was like main mentor, and he really worked hard around the senior players as well as with the Gary. I think that he really got to know how he is a toughest person around a difficult situation. He took each and every session, each and every travel very seriously, very, very focused, very, very disciplined, doing a lot of team meetings around the players, doing a lot of pep talk to the youngster as well as to the whole coaching staff. I think that's what God blessed him with the World Cup trophy, and Sachin Tendulkar definitely he really made us believe we all are part of this successful team, and you know the result. I think whole nation prayed for us, and we were lucky to have a World Cup medal in my house right now.
I mean, you did mention that your father ensures that he cleans it almost every day to make it seem shiny and new. So even after all of these years, when you see it, it's brand new and something that makes you smile. And why wouldn't it? We'll definitely talk about certain instances that you've mentioned in detail during the World Cup. Let's talk about the quarterfinals and the fact that you had to go and bat during a difficult situation. And Sachin Paji comes and tells you that, you know what, I think today is going to be your day. And it was.
Yeah, it was. I think I was not. I played against West Indies in Chepauk. Then when I fielded for 50 overs, then I came back. Then Virat and Gauti had a good partnership. Virubhai was batting with Sachin Paji. He batted really well. Then Yuvipar really taking Gaze to the another level. Then when MS got out, then I was sitting in Sachin, Virupa, and our manager. He said, "Go Suresh, you're gonna do it for us today." And I was very very nervous. But the moment I entered the ground, I felt a lot of voice around the ground, a lot of flying colors going here and there. I thought this is the time I need to be hero around my team, and they believed me. I need to believe myself. I can really pull it off from here. And me and Yuvipa had a really good partnership, and Yuvipa really supported me that time. He was telling me just play your game, but at the same time take everything very very step by step. But I think we ran really well. We played really well. We handled the pressure really well. Every 2 or 3 hours, the ring was coming from the dressing room. Suresh and you need to stay there. Please make sure we have a 50 runs partnership. And I think God really helped us, and we played really well as a team.
Fantastic. And then that big semi-final game. That's the one that, when I read it, honestly, Raina, I had goosebumps because I remember 10 years back, I remember how we were all anticipating that game that happened against Pakistan and how there was fervor all around the country. One, we wanted India to win the cup, but two, we wanted India to beat Pakistan because of that age-old rivalry. Talk us through those days, the match day and what happened then.
I think before the match, I think we had a very, very good practice session. In Mohali, we were like very focused. Ashu Bhai, then Zahir Bhai and Harbhajan Paji, they were bowling very good Yorkers. So we had a like 3-4 hours practice, but everyone was like very silent. They know what they're doing, what they're executing in the net. They know we have a big game to play tomorrow. I think the practice was really, really clicked, and we thought something gonna happen very big tomorrow. But I think Pakistan bowled really well. Wahab Riaz was bowling really, really quick. But I think Sachin Paji batted really well. Then Mia batted really well around the tailenders. And like as I said earlier, I think Sachin again, when he scored at 85, he went back to the dressing room. He was telling me, "You need to bat 50 overs. You need to bat 50 overs." and I was
Yeah.
hoping I bat till the end, then I can really have some couple of runs extra for the team, then we can really defend. I think we bowled really well in that game.
And it was around this time that you remember Sachin Paji saying, "खाना खाने के लिए आए हो या World Cup जीतने के लिए?"
No, I think that was different because India, our honorable Prime Minister was there, Pakistan whole Prime Minister unit was there. Then I think our food some stuck there. Then Virubhai and myself, a lot of players wanted to eat before the match, but Pai said, "इससे काम चला लो. You need to go out there and make sure you have whole meal when we come back as a winning team." I think sometimes you need to see a lot of goals. How he was very, very positive and he was noticing each and everything what other players are doing, and on them he also focusing on his game. I think he was doing a lot of brotherhood planning around us. I think he really made us believe we can win it from any situation.
It was just riveting reading those conversations. I was almost reliving the moments, and it must have just been unbelievable when you had your success parties, right? You said that you were shifting between MSS and Sachin Paji's room, and you were just overjoyed as a youngster to be a part of this World Cup winning squad. Do you remember any part of the night, or is it all a blur to you? Or is it that you won't say it out on on a public platform?
I went to MS by room and I saw he was bold. He was not having any hair. I said, "My boy, what happened to you?" He said, "Come, we'll sit, just sit around. We can just enjoy." Then I saw. Then we were having a party around Sachin. Amir Khan was there, Paji, a lot of other our family was there. So I think I only remember I slept 9 a.m. in the morning because a lot of phone was coming, family, friends. So I think we came back only from the ground around 2 o'clock. So couldn't sleep and we were just happy and whole nation was on TV. They were enjoying a lot of messaging coming from old friends, new friends, and whole family was praying. I think it was a dream come true. I think as you said brilliantly, the World Cup comes and go, but the memorable time we had that winning the World Cup on our soil in India. I think a lot of fans, whole India was praying for us. We saw each and every state they were giving us a lot of blessing. Without blessing, you can't do anything. I think blessing really made us believe, and I think you know the result.
Fantastic. Believe is the one mantra that has taken you through every stage of your life, including this one, where you've made your debut as a co-author. Let's talk about that man and that massive six. The man that is extremely special to you and everybody watching this live, MS Dhoni. Now, a lot of people say that, few friendships last a lifetime. The friendship that you have with Taladoni is one such. Let's talk about the man first, and the first time you probably spent some time with each other, especially in the book where you talk about how you both were very similar, coming from small towns, being introduced at an international stage where you had to cope with everything around you, but not let that affect your morale, handle the pressure not only on the field but off the field. And both of you almost did it together.
I think for him, everyone knows him as a great captain, great player, and he's a great world finisher ever. But inside his heart, I think he's a great human being. He's very honest person, and he gives values to his life. He gives values to his surrounding. I think he's such one person who always remain calm. And one thing I've learned from him how to be a good person, especially when you're under pressure, when you're going through a lot of difficulties. He just go back 2 step back, and he always analyze things in a different manner. That's what makes him big, what makes him feel. I think he's one of the most hardworking person around the planet, and he's done in number of occasions to CSK, and we have won so many trophies together, and that's why whole world loves him as a person, as a cricketer, and as a captain. I think he's one of the guys who worked really hard around his skills, and he has proved it number of occasions, and that's the what's best thing about him, and he's such the great shoot ever. I think he's the brand ambassador of the game, and I've learned so many ad shooting around. He's so pro. He's so professional around CSK shooting. He just come and finish his shooting in half an hour, just go back to his room and play a lot of games. And I've seen his family, everything. I've seen how beautiful daughter he has, the beautiful wife he has, and how wonderful human being his father is. I think God has been really kind around him, and I think for me and MS Dhoni, CSK gave us a lot of courage to achieve our goals in the international cricket. I think that's what our friendship is all about. I think we have something to cheer for our life, and all the fans must have seen. I've seen a lot of things around the fan. They were very, very good around our praying, and I've seen his struggle, but he never let down anyone. He worked really, really hard over the years, and I wish a lot of happiness around his life. I hope he'll do wonders upcoming years.
Beautiful. So well said. We've spoken about some of the legends of the game and your equation with each of them, and I think this warrants us to go down memory lane in some sense. I'm going to show you some pictures which will evoke various emotions in you, and some of these pictures are there in your book as well. So the viewers, when they pick up the book, they will of course have access to them. Let's have a look at this first picture. Let me try and okay. Technical issues as always. Yeah. Okay. This one. The boy from Muradnagar with his first trophy. Do you remember this moment?
I think my brother clicked this picture when I was coming from tennis ball cricket tournament from my school. This was my first trophy. Actually, I had a milk in that when I came back.
Huh?
Coffee when I came back from the match. And I
Yeah.
started to have a milk in this. I was like they're very small and I was playing a tennis ball
He
cricket
actually
tournament.
I took the cup and drank milk from it.
Our mom was had good memorable day for us.
Wonderful. The first of, hundreds of trophies that you would later then acquire. Next up, we have a very, very sweet picture here. Of course, we know that you're a hardcore gym person. You believe in workout and fitness. This is with Shikhar.
From Australia, Bhavna. Me, Shikhar Dhawan, Vinu Gopal Rao, Azab Bilake, we all went to Border Gavaskar Scholarship. And me and Shikhar was gym in our Griffith University in Adelaide. I think it's very important. And that was not a gym, that was a plastic.
Oh, that was plastic, is it? You had me fooled.
It was kept in our room, we were just showing off. We had that the camera, the reels one. Those days we
Yeah,
never
yeah.
to camera. So one person was very rich. He gave us a photo camera, and we clicking, and the photo came after.
Mhm. How old were you in this picture? How old were the both of you in
I
this
think it's
picture?
2002 in Adelaide after the World Cup when me, Shikhar, Dinesh Karthik, Ambati Raidu, Robin Tupa, we played
Yeah.
World Cup in Bangladesh. After that, we went
Mhm.
to Australia for the Gavaskar Borders scholarship.
Right. How was it to actually travel to, a completely different continent, get used to their way of doing things? You obviously were from a very humble background, but suddenly exposed to so many new things. How did you take to it? Were you a little anxious or you were just excited to be a part of the journey?
Because coming from the hostel life, Bhavna was very, very matured in such age because I always knew why I'm there, what I have to do. I have seen more failure than success because when you bat in middle order, you have to go through so much because I was believing in myself. You need to work hard if you want to get limelight, if you get to play in biggest team like Chennai Super Kings or India or any club cricket, you need to work out. One day you are there, one day you are down. So you need to
Correct.
just manage those feelings around you. The one word used hard work and discipline. You just need to go out there and improve your skills, do discipline life, and that's what CSK is all about. Our administration is such. NS Srinivasan sir, Kashi sir, a lot of other coaches, Flam, Hus, Balabai, Eric, Tommy, everyone, they look after our mental health really, really well. We were like champion because our team is all about dedication, discipline, and we have a captain like Dhoni. You can't ask for more. I think that's the whole package we have, and everyone has a lot of discipline and a lot of respect for each other. That's the cricket is all about.
Fantastic. I'm going to show you just another couple of pictures. This one's, of course, the birth of Gracia that you
Yeah.
were there for.
Yeah, I went to Holland and she born in Amsterdam. I was the captain of Gujarat Lions, so I think I missed one game, first ever. So now she is almost 5 plus. When she comes and goes, she asks me a lot of question. Papa, why this
Uh,
book? Why you written this book? Why everyone clicking picture? I know
okay.
why big picture because they want to put on Instagram. And I go, no, they want to know me. I have years and she asked me a lot of questions, a very cute question. She was like playing a lot of Ludo's match around me and Mama and it was so much fun when she asked me why your pictures there, why I told her
Mhm.
the picture there, that's what I so she couldn't understand so much, but I think she's been enjoying around this.
Fantastic. And then, of course, finally, I have one more picture for you. And this is something that you, I think, cherish quite a bit, where
Yeah.
I think Sachin Paji met you and Priyanka along
Uh,
with Gracia. This was at his place?
in Mumbai, Sachin Paji house.
Yeah.
Really well. We had some Maharashtrian food, and he's such a humble person, and he really cooked for us. I really spent good time around me, and he made my birthday so special, and that's what everyone loves him. He's such a nice person and totally gentleman.
Super. We have some questions from the fans, so I think we should definitely take them because a lot of them have asked these questions at least 3-4 times. So I think they'll be very excited to hear some of them answered. Junaid asks, what is the difference between the Chennai crowd and the other crowd that you've witnessed? Crowd in the other parts of the world, the cities.
I think when I play in Chennai, I feel home. I feel I want to do extra more for the team. I want to take the billion catches, billion run out. I just go out there and hit more sixes. And I feel I'm playing on my home soil. And whenever
Yeah.
we are, we see a lot of yellow around everywhere. We see a lot of whistle podu. And you just want to go out there and just do the best you can. I think that's what I really love playing in Chennai. Though we didn't play a couple of years, but everywhere, I think like we used to sing everywhere we go like that. I think Chennai is a family. I think this time we really enjoy it. That's what I think. MS Dhoni make a lot of difference. I think, as you said, as I have felt around the team, I think he's one person who always changed the course of the game. Always there for the players. Always understanding the practice. Always understand each and every person personality. And look at Ruturaj Gaikwad. He's in the national team now. He worked really hard for us, and he battled well. Then we have a Sai Lafran spinner. He's also in the part of the team. You need to make the team. That's what MS has done it for over the years. And that's what we love, yellow love there. And hopefully we're going to come there and play more matches.
Fantastic. So now that we have your autobiography with us, the next would be your biopic, and who would star in it? Who would play Suresh Raina? You knew this question was coming.
I want someone to do it the way I really want someone who can really take that emotion. And because playing sport for the country, playing sport for CSK is not easy. And hopefully,
Yeah.
I really want someone from South can really do it. So
Yeah.
someone can understand how Chennai belongs to me, how CSK, Chennai Super Kings belongs to me. I have 2-3 names, but
Give
let's
me
see.
the contenders. Give me the contenders, and we'll actually let the directors and producers decide. Maybe after this live, you'll get a couple of calls. Give me the top contenders.
Probably my favorite is Surya. Definitely, he can cricket fanatic person. And Dilip
Yeah.
is one person who really good at acting. Seen a couple of his movies, and definitely few more, and from few of them Bollywood. Depends how, you never know. I might come and do the acting also, so you never know.
I know that we'd love for. I think audiences would love to see you play the hero and possibly sing a couple of songs in the movie at least. I think that too you must do, Rena.
Yeah.
I think my contenders to play you would be maybe a Vijay Deverakonda
Yes,
or a
Vijay,
Vicky.
definitely Vijay.
Yeah, I think they do well. We'll float this idea across.
Yes.
How do you feel? I'm sure people have asked you this question a million times, but every time we'd like to hear you answer. How do you feel every time somebody calls you Chinnatal?
As I said, I feel home. Like someone, like my mother is calling me Sonu. That's what I felt when someone is calling me Chinnathala. I see him back. I feel very proud. I feel very humanity way. I feel this is our family. So whenever I see color, I feel wow, this is our Chennai Super Kings team. I think belongs to Sai Baba also. G. So I think it's a family. It's full of pureness, full of modesty, full of the careness about what you love. I think when you care about you love, you always want to do extra for your love person or for your anything, whatever you do. That's what CSK meant to us, and I'm really proud. Whatever years we have done, whatever years we have played together, I think it's something. As long as I'm alive, I'm gonna cherish for my life.
Well, I speak for everyone when I say that whenever we see you both at the crease, nothing makes us happier than that. And we're really looking forward to you bringing back yet another trophy home. But let's get to that in just a bit. One last question, which I found very interesting. Values that you would like to pass on to Gracia and Rio. Sanjana asks this question.
I think Sanjana, I just want to make sure they enjoy everything they do. We're gonna, as a parents, as a father, as a friend of them, I really want them to explore their life. Make sure whatever they want to do in their life, I just want to ride behind them and make sure I push to the limit where they can really enjoy whatever they want to do in their life, and make sure they deliver. And I'm gonna be part of that. I'm gonna push them till they achieve that goal. So I think you need to really support whatever they want to do, but at the same time, they really need to know the what sort of a limitation they have, what sort of a commitment they have. As long as they enjoy the process, make sure they're gonna do it in a very beautiful manner.
Right. While we were having these conversations, Rashid Khan is popped in to say hi and that he really enjoyed your book. So you may just want to respond to.
In Dubai.
And Ritubai has also said hi. Rituraj is also watching and he says hi to you.
Hello, Ritu. See you soon, buddy. All the best in Sri Lanka. And thanks to all the fans. They've been amazing. Seeing a lot of yellow hearts coming pop up.
Yeah. Now they've been filling my screen up since the beginning. I want to say. Let's look at the season, the upcoming 2021 season, the second half of it that's left. Let's kickstart by talking to you about that fabulous comeback of yours. You announced your arrival with a 50, and you had all of us cheering for you. What was the thought in your head? Because you were playing after a little bit of a break. It was your first game in CSK colors. What did you go out thinking?
No, I just wanted to do well because we had a good camp and Fleming really organized the practice. And I was talking to Hasi. I think then Dhoni really took over from there. They was just wanted to go out there and express myself. Glad it came on first game, and
Yeah.
I wanted to bat with MS, though it didn't happen. Probably in couple of more games we're gonna play in Dubai, we might bat together. But I
Yeah.
think it was very emotional because I didn't play the last year. But hopefully when we play together, and we have a very good team. We have a very good Moin Ali is there. He batted really well. Then we have Rituraj, Fab Duplessis is there. So whole setup was enjoying. Then Ingidi, then and Sam Curran. Samo, he was brilliant in
Mhm.
batting. Our number one Jadeja, he's always. I think the whole team was enjoying MS Dhoni captaincy, and we were some spark around this time. I think we were really enjoying each other's success. We were having a lot of team meeting. Raidu was cooking. Rob was making some nice brownies. I was cooking for whole team, and Fleming was doing barbecues. I think when you stay away from home, I think Chennai Super King family made us believe this is your home. Whatever you need, you just need to go out there and enjoy your cricket. That's what our brand is all about. That.
Looking at it from outside, Rena, it looked like there was the same atmosphere that you guys had in 2018 when you just smashed it and went on to win that trophy after a 2-year hiatus. I felt like you guys were in that sort of rhythm, and you're in second place now. So, looking ahead at the season, what's on your mind as you prepare for September 19th and the rest of this IPL season?
No, we gonna have a camp. Hopefully, as you said, we were feeling the same what we had in 2018. The whole family was there. This time, we might have a whole family around us, and we need to play the brand we play in Chennai Super Kings, and we have a player who can do it. And hopefully, as you said, we're gonna repeat the 2018 way, and especially what we have not done in Dubai last year, we're gonna finish in a very very superior manner when we can come back
Yeah.
with it.
And this time they'll have you alongside them, so that's going to make a huge difference, I'm sure. And I just want to say this, like Jaddu said this now after his 4 catches and everything. I just want to say, fourth trophy, please bring it back home on behalf of all the fans that are watching. We know that you have a killer whistle, okay? So before we let you go, I have a couple of more questions to ask you, after which I'll get you to whistle and then say bye bye to the fans. One important topic that I want to touch upon, Rena, is you've spoken about ragging and bullying in one whole chapter in the book, where you had to undergo a lot of that during your stay in Lucknow. During your stay at the Lucknow Sports College. There are a lot of youngsters who are watching this right now. What would you like to say to them if they are either at the receiving end or they think that ragging and bullying is fun?
I think more than a student, I need to ask the authority. You can't do it to a student who is coming from south to west, or west to east, or east to north. It's very important when you stay away from family. You go through with the emotion. Especially young age, like 12 or 30, you need to get supported by your family because you don't stay around your family. You stay with the teammates who look after you when you play well or go on tour. I think ragging has to be in a certain limit where you can really enjoy, not harm yourself, not to get into your head. You need to go out there. Sometimes a lot of student goes and studies. I really felt very helpless and couldn't help myself. So I need to go through very very difficult time. But I really overcome that because I always believe you need to work hard if they are doing it. So I gave myself 4 5 months to work hard. Then later on they came and they really asked me, "Well done, you've done really well." So sometimes time heals your problem. Time give you strength. You can't just make it decision in a rash way, or you just do it right away. So you need to just hold back and see what you can do the best. And that's what I have learned on those. And as you said nicely about those students listening, you can't take it, but make sure you take it in a very very positive way. then you can't harm yourself. And make sure the riding has to be in a very, very limited way. You can enjoy it, but at the same time, you pursue your goal. Don't ever come back. Make sure you push it in a limit where they can come back and give you applaud.
I definitely wanted the youngsters to hear this message from you, which is why I brought it up. Having said that, what are the key aspects that you'd like the readers to take away from the book? What is the main reason you think you wanted to reach out?
Middle class family. I never thought I'd play for my country. Maybe doing some degree, or I was working 9 to 5. But this book is all about what I have gone through. I wanted to share from one place to a second place where everyone has a dream, and dream does come true. You need to just believe. You need to have the positive intent. You need to respect your teacher. You need to listen to elders, but you need to enjoy the process. What I have done, I was going through first operation, second operation, dropped couple of times, come back hard. But every process I was enjoying. I was hoping I can go back again. I can smile again. I just want to enjoy my cricket, and that's what the book is all about. If someone is going through very bad phase, he can read it. If I can do it, why don't they can do it? I think it's very important to do something what you love and do something what you like, and anyone can do it, and that's what book is all about.
Super. Before we let you go, a rapid fire, okay, Rena? I'm going to give you a list of relations, and you're going to tell me who you would attribute each of these relations to in the cricketing world. Like, for example, I'll say brother. So who's a brother to you in the cricketing world? So it'll be a rapid fire. Shall we go? Okay. Brother. Let's start with that.
MS Dhoni bhai. Everyone.
Okay. Godfather. Godfather.
I think God is Godfather.
Well done. Guru. Like somebody you'd consider, in the place of a guru, somebody who you've learned a lot from.
I think my father. Definitely my parents.
Okay. Okay. Pundit. Like a cricket pundit, according to you.
Jaggi.
Jaggi, is it? Why would you say that?
No, he does a lot of predict. Whenever you know what this will happen, this bowler might get a wicket, you do this, do that. And he was always helping when he was not playing. He really helped us. But he always around the move, around helping the...
About the youngster Narayan Jagadisan, is that the one you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, just to get some clarity. Okay, so you'd call him Pandit. Okay, we'll speak to him about that the next time we meet him. Soulmate.
I think Jadeja.
Okay. Why is that?
No, I've seen him when he was struggling. I've seen now he's number one, and having no mother around him, and he's done so much, and he worked really hard. I've seen his struggle. How many times he get a lot of criticizing around his game. Now see how much he has done it to the game. How much he's proved number of occasions, and I love the way last couple of weeks how he's enjoying his game. So we both are like soulmates. You can say that.
Yeah, you see glimpses of yourself in him. Fantastic. So then I won't ask you the next one. I was going to say twin, but the last one I have for you is villain. Like, who is the villain to your hero? I mean, it can be like a fun answer. Who would you go and say, you know what, tu mujhe marwayega? Like, you'll take me down with you. Who would you say that to?
बहुत सारे विलेन हैं हमारी टीम में. DJ
I thought as much.
So sometimes he get beaten by a few batsmen, and he gets a lot of 4 and 6. And me and MS, whenever we used to stay in sleep, मैंने कहा ये मरवाएगा. You need to bowl well, mate. In a funny way. Human being, you
Yeah.
dance. So villain, you said if I have a movie, definitely is gonna be my villain.
Yeah, I think we've got a movie here with you as a hero singing a few songs, and then we can also give DJ Bravo a few songs for his villain is entering.
A production house now, he can do my production movie, so it will be very less expensive movie, but a lot of experience around the team. So it's gonna be very fun.
Look at that. Thank you, Rena, for so patiently answering all of the questions and playing all of these little games with us. I'm sure the viewers are absolutely excited to see you back on screen, and I'm sure that they're going to pick up their own copy of Believe. Guys, I have it, so you must pick it up as well. It's a great read. Before we let you go, we just want to say all the very best for the upcoming IPL season. We want you to knock it out of the park and please bring back home that 4th IPL trophy. We've been waiting for a bit, and we will be waiting with whistles and a lot of excitement and cheers. Before we let you go, whistle for it, please.
You're sleeping or not?
Thank you, Rana. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Take care.
See you soon. All right, guys, this was such a fun session, and I'm sure all of you enjoyed it. தமிழ்ல பேசுங்க அப்படின்னு சொன்ன நிறைய உள்ளங்களுக்கு சாரி இப்ப நான் பேசிட்டேன், அதனால மன்னிச்சுக்கோங்க. அவருக்கு அவ்வளவா தமிழ் தெரியாது. நெக்ஸ்ட் டைம் அவருக்கு வந்து ஏதாவது தமிழ் சொல்லி கொடுத்துட்டு நம்ம திரும்ப கூப்பிட்டு வரலாம். And for all of you who watched, we're going to be continuing these live sessions with a lot of your favorite CSK stars. Thank you guys once again for watching, and I'm as excited as you are for the second half of the IPL to begin. Until then, stay safe, mask போடு, whistle போடு.